Hello, race fans. I'm Kenny Shepard, and you have found us right here on Madera Racing on MAV TV for round number 1 of the Mission Invitational Series. Mission got together with us. We created a 4-race package that showcases drivers that normally don't make it on television, such as Super Modifieds, Midgets, Pumpkin Smash, Slip and Slide, Enduro, Crazy Racing. And tonight, it's round 1 of that series, showcasing the best mini-stock drivers from all over the western United States. In fact, cars came from 8 states plus Canada to enter in this race. Bob Copley called me many years ago now with this idea. It's 4.0 that we call it, our 4th version of this race, the 4th annual. And the idea for this is take the best 3 or 4 drivers from each of these racetracks all over an entire region, put the top 50 drivers on a track for an A, B, and a C main, and then showcase the best talent and crown a champion. Who's the best of the best with these mini stock drivers? Again, we want to say thank you to Mission Foods. They saw the vision. They're supporting us, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen in this A main, because the C and the B main tonight's been incredible. 45 cars qualified. We've fought weather, fought through rain, had rain delays, and right now we've got the best 23 on the track behind me in this mini stock championship, the Olga'S California Dream 100 version 4.0. You know, I say it a lot of the drivers that come through this track, they've already made it, that have raced on our MAV TV show. They've already made it to Daytona. They've already raced at Talladega. For the drivers on the track behind me tonight, it's their Daytona 500 is right here at the Madera Speedway tonight. And it's really unique that these are blue-collar racers. These cars are built in garages all over those 8 states plus Canada, and it's really grassroots-style racing at its finest. And to me, it's the polar opposite of so much of the pay-to-play that's taken over our sport today. And really, in many ways, I don't want to say it's ruining it, but it's really making it rough on those grassroots racers that the sport really came from. So for more on this and to get this show rolling, this A main after a C and a B main, let's go down trackside right now to Stephen Blakesley.
Welcome along to the 4th annual Olga'S California Dream 100 for Pro Mini Stocks from the Madera Speedway for Madera Racing on MAV TV. We had 45 mini stock drivers here at Madera Speedway from 8 different states and from Canada competing here at the fastest 1/3 mile in the West. That's been narrowed down to a 24-car field for 100 laps of racing for $3,000 to win. Our fast time qualifier, Fast Freddie Vigil, he's going to have to start all the way back in 20th after a full invert of the 20 fast time qualifying cars. Now, 3 editions in the books here in the Olga'S California Dream 100. All 3 of them won by Washington drivers. All 3 of them won by drivers with rear-wheel drive. We got a bunch of front-wheel drive cars at the front of the field tonight, and they're going to go for 100 laps of racing. We have a 50-lap opening segment, a break for adjustments and interviews, and a 50-lap run to the finish. And it's all coming up next, the Olga'S California Dream 100 from the Madera Speedway for Madera Racing on MAV TV.
Is that your stomach growling, or the sound of thousands of horsepower circling the track? Fuel up for race day with Mission Foods. Supercharge your taste buds with fast and easy-to-create recipes that are winner circle delicious. Try some of our mouth-watering tacos to piled-high nachos, fresh chips with guac, and more. Start those engines, because Mission has you covered from the green flag to the checkered flag. Now that's too fast, too tasty.
Welcome back to Madera Racing on MAV TV, the Olga'S California 100 presented by Mission Foods. We got a great field of drivers. Let's take a look at that starting lineup. On the front row, it's going to be the 82 of Troy Palmer, and to his outside, the 3D of Jeff Durant.
Then we pick up the number 68 of Mike Anderson, alongside him the 5 of Joe Flower.
The 77 of Kevin Thompson, and the 6 of Canadian Jeremy Floor.
Then we pick up the 06 of David Husberg, and the 18X of Dan Myrick.
The 11M of Tyler Palmer, 21. Keep an eye on this guy, Josh Cross.
Then we'll pick up the 39 of Gary Klingtobe and the 28 of Jordan Carpenter.
The Lucas Oil Modified Champion, the 51 of Jim Martis. Our winner last year, the 98 of Brian Bowman.
Then we'll pick up the 96 of Don Trayford, and alongside him, the 0 of Drew Crenshaw.
Washington driver, the 00 of Brad Rhodes from Idaho. It's the 49 of Ryan McCall.
Then we'll pick up the 15 of Fast Freddie Vigil and the 15P of Cody Parentu.
And then we go into our B main transferring cars with the number 21V of Vic the Berg, 27 of Jonathan Quinton, and from the C, the B, and now into the A for the 74 of John Sproul. And that'll be our starting lineup for tonight's Olga'S California Dream 100. And we have 7 onboard cameras today, including the number 77 of Kevin Thompson, the 21C of Josh Cross, the 98 of Brian Bowman, the 00 of Brad Rhodes, the 49 of Ryan McCall, the 15P of Cody Parento, and the 21V of Vic the Burge. Well, Brian, as we talked about in the Open, we've never had a front-wheel drive car win. We've never had a driver outside the state of Washington win. Might both of those streaks be broken tonight? We're about to find out.
Yeah, anything can happen here at the Madera Speedway, especially this one, the 4th annual Olga'S California Dream 100.
This is a dream realized. 45 mini stocks in the pits, narrowed down to what will be 23 starters for 100 of the fastest 1/3 miles in the West. Brian Smith, it's showtime.
And we are off and running.
Olga'S California Dream 100 sails off into turn number 1.
With Troy Palmer and that number 3D of Jeff Durant in tow, side by side off into turn number 3.
And it's front-wheel drive cars ruling the roost right now, but they fully invert the top 20 qualifiers. So a lot of our heavy hitters are mired in the traffic back there, and lap number 1 is led by the 82.
Yeah, 82 of Troy Palmer. Jeff Durant, but here comes that number 68 car of Mike Anderson now as he works the inside of the 3D of Jeff Durant out of Clovis, California. And the 77 of Kevin Thompson out of Fresno, California. California drivers up front.
As the 3D of Durant taking a look on the inside of Idaho's Mike Anderson for spot number 2. So right now it's an Idaho drivers 1 and 2 at the moment, Brian. And look at the traffic. All these 4-cylinder cars all over the Madera Speedway.
Here comes Kevin Thompson. Boy, he is on rails. He's moving forward as he gets around that 3D of Jeff Durant. He works his way into that 3rd spot.
Yeah, all the cars from the Dan Myrick team, they have stepped up their game with new motors, new setups, new shocks, and they are running extremely well. As check it out, the 77 of Kevin Thompson. He's got a camera on board that one. He's making moves, not faking moves.
Yeah, he's chasing down that number 68 of Mike Anderson. He's going to try to make the pass out of turn number 2, but Anderson right back. But now we lose the 3D of Jeff Durant.
Yeah, it's up break for Durant. He'll make the hard left turn into the infield, side by side per second.
Yeah, that 68 of Mike Anderson battling with that 77 of Kevin Thompson. A little bit of contact there in turn number 4.
As they go side by each, and a huge fire in the infield on the 3D of Jeff Durant's car. And right now we're staying green as our safety crew's running over to that. As that's going on, the 77 of Thompson has taken over the 2nd position. They did a little crossover move, and the 77 of Thompson's up to 2nd, Brian.
Yeah, and Anderson looks like he's losing power as he slows down. As we get a look at the infield with the 3D of Jeff Durant car, that was on fire. But right now our focus is on the leader.
And look at this ferocious pack of cars.
Kevin Thompson got around that 68 of Mike Anderson. Then you pick up the 5 of Joe Flower, the 39 of Gary Klinkdobe.
And the 15P of Cody Parento was in the infield, our runner-up from last year, who won the B-Main. And he's now spun around facing the wrong way as Parento in the grass. There's stuff going on everywhere, Brian.
It's one of those nights here at the Madera Speedway. There's your leaders back down the back straightaway.
And battle is what we're keeping an eye on is for 5th, Brian.
Ross now battling with that number 68 of
Mike Anderson.
Mike Anderson. And now here comes that number 51 car of Jim Myers.
And check out the 98 of Brian Bowman, our winner last year. Bowman is starting to make his way through the traffic, Brian.
Yep, here he comes. He works down on the inside of Anderson now. He'll work around Anderson in that 68 car. As Anderson's starting to fall backwards.
And battle is on for the top spot. You'll see it here off of turn number 4. Couple of black Japanese cars there. The 82 of Palmer and the 77 of Thompson. That's a Honda CRX going head-to-head with another Honda CRX, according to our notes. It sure looks like an Acura for Thompson. But what it does look like is a lead for the 77 of Kevin Thompson.
Yeah, Kevin Thompson using a lot of brakes. See those sparks in those brake pads. But here comes the number 39 now, Gary Klinkdobe, as he works on the inside of the 82 of Troy Palmer for that 2nd position.
Well, the 39 of Gary Klinkdobe He's running 6 consecutive main event wins at Eureka's Redwood Acres Raceway before he came here to Madera today. So he's one of the most red-hot 4-cylinder drivers in the country. And lots of cars in the lead that have like problems on the front brakes. There's sparks coming off of Thompson's car. And it looks like Kleintob's car is glowing red on the left front as well. Going into lap traffic through some of our B-main cars.
Yeah, that's the 27 car
of Jonathan Quinton.
Jonathan Quinton.
One of the Idaho drivers. And look at the traffic still.
A lot of traffic boggling them up. They get around that 27 of Jonathan Quinton. McClintock right there. He's in tow on that number 77 of Kevin Thompson as they got lap traffic directly in front of them and they come out of turn number 4.
Yeah, and they're going by some smoke.
A lot of smoke coming out of that 6 car.
Yeah, the driver from Prince George, British Columbia, Canada. Probably our longest tow and probably our most beautiful car. And now they're going to go by another beautiful car, that 74 Sproul who ran the Alphabet Soup today.
The C's, the B, and now he's in the A.
But right now he's a lap down on lap number 18. And once they clear Sproul, who's running in 18th place, there's nobody. The top 17 are all within about a straightaway. I think we're seeing the growth of this race, Brian. It is not a spread out field like we've seen before. They're all very equal. This feels like a short track shootout for mini stocks.
Yeah. A lot of mini stocks. Let me tell you, that Thompson car sparking real bad up front. McClintock right there in the mix.
We are officially 1/5 of the way in the Olga'S California Dream 100. It's the 77 of Kevin Thompson, 39 of Kleintob's, 18X of Myrick, 21 of Cross, 82 of Palmer. Kleintob's going for the lead, Brian. Kleintob's for the lead.
Coming out of turn number 4, he'll work the bottom. Will he make the pass going into turn number 1? Both them brake rotors on both them cars are awful hot. But Thompson right back, drag race down into turn number 3.
As they go the door handle off of turn number 4. And give the lead to Gary Kleintob's. He'll be our 3rd different leader of the race here on lap number 22.
Kleintob's with the lead. Then we pick up the 18X of Dan Myrick in the 3rd spot, the 21 of Josh Cross, the 98 of Brian Bowman, and the 00 of Brad Rhodes.
Anything about Brian Bowman in the 98? He started 14th, and he's up to 5th with still 77 to go. He's right where he wants to be. There's your top 2 up until the end last year. That 21 of Cross, who was in 2nd before he ran out of fuel, and the 98 of Bowman, who won the big money last year. And they're running 4th and 5th right now.
Then you pick up that 00 car of Brad Rhodes right there in that 5th spot. And the single 0 of Drew Crenshaw.
And Brad Rhodes, who ran 3rd in the inaugural Olga'S California Dream back in 2020. As we're 25 down, what a great race, a clean race so far.
Yes, sir, it is. Oh, a little bit of contact with Brian Bowman, the 21 of Josh Cross. But something going wrong with Cross. He loses ground on that number 0 of Drew Crenshaw.
Remember how good Crenshaw looked earlier today? He is flying. Drew Crenshaw started this one in 6th. Oh, my God! A huge fire on the 00 of Brad Rhodes. A serious fire. He done blown up. And luckily when he stopped, the flames evaporated a little bit there and kind of extinguished themselves. But that was huge for the 00 of Brad Rhodes. And we're under red here from Madera Racing on MAV TV.
5150 is power. The power to overcome. The power to persevere. The power to set your life on a course for success. When you're faced with the challenges life throws at you, you focus and do what is needed to go beyond what is required. So stand up, stand firm, believe, make it happen, and live through the madness, knocking doors down along the way. We are 5150.
Welcome back to Madera Racing on MAV TV, the Olga'S California 100, presented by Mission Foods. Yeah, we're doing a Delaware-style restart for this Olga'S California Dream. So the 39's the leader, the 77 of Kevin Thompson in 2nd, 18X of Danny Myrick in 3rd, and your defending winner is right there in the mix in car 98 of Brian Bowman back underway.
Myrick works his way into the 2nd spot with the 77 of Kevin Thompson. Here comes that 21 car of Josh Cross and your defending champion, the 98 of Brian Bowman.
Well, your top 2 cars from last year are starting to make their presence felt. Check out Danny Myrick looking to the outside of Kleintoe for the lead.
Yeah, he's giving it everything he's got. He's swinging for the fences. We're still early in this 100-lap main event. But he's working the outside of that number 39 of Gary Klingtoe.
And now the 21 across in that lime green automobile. He fell back a little bit, as did the 98. Here comes the 0.
Man, that guy is on a mission, Steven.
Yeah, Drew Crenshaw.
Oh, contact.
Yeah.
With the 77 of Kevin Thompson.
That Drew Crenshaw is a man on a mission from 16th to 3rd for the Nampa, Idaho driver here on lap 28.
Thompson now drops back. He'll get passed by that number 51 of Jim Babels. And here comes everyone else. The 98 of Brian Bowman, the 11 of Tyler Palmer, and the 96 of Don Tryford.
And the 0 is trying to take the lead into turn number 1. The 0 of Crenshaw into the lead. Drew Crenshaw went 2 for 1. Goes around Myrick, goes around Kleintoe. Holy cow.
Yeah, holy cow is correct, man. Them tires, them rotors are glowing and all, but he's out front.
So now the 0 Drew Crenshaw just ran the best lap in the main event there on lap 30. He's got free real estate in front of him. Battle is on for 5th behind him.
Yeah, that 98 of Brian Bowman and that number 11 M of Tyler Palmer as they battle along with the number 96 of Don Tryford and the 15 of Freddie Vigil.
And now we're starting to see the pace pick up a bit as some of the guys that were mired back in the field from the invert are putting the hammer down. And Crenshaw just lowered the best lap of the race again, down to a 16.3.
Very fast time by that driver in the 0 car of Drew Crenshaw.
So it's the 0 Crenshaw, 39 Kleintoe, 18X of Myrick, and then this battle for 4th here. Lucas Oil Modified champion Jim Martis from Southern California and Rochester, Washington's Brian Bowman in the 98.
Yeah, they battle it right there. Here goes Bowman right back. Then you pick up that 96. Oh, someone went to the infield.
Yeah,
oh,
the 06. Yeah, it's up break for the 06 there at Hustberg.
Hustberg into the infield.
And side by side for 4th.
Myers and Bowman battling down the back straightaway, but here comes that number 96 car now at Don Tryford and the 15 of Freddie Vigil.
Yeah, our fast time qualifier, Fast Freddie. He's taking his time a little bit. He started 19th. He's been a little bit more conservative as into lap traffic. There's your leader, Drew Crenshaw.
Yeah, he moves around that number 6 car.
Jeremy Floor. And then you got to look at the gap there back to Kleintoe. It's a sizable one.
Yeah.
It's a 5.3 seconds. He is the lead.
So that's between them and the second place car, man. But here comes Dan Myrick. He'll drive one more time. A little bit of contact on the back bumper of Klingtoe as they come out of turn number 4. And Frank waves his fingers at him. But Brian Bowman battling with the modified star, the number 51 of Jim Miters. And that number 96 of Don Tryford.
We got 11 cars battling. This is positions number 2 all the way back to position about 12, all running together. I think the guy we haven't really talked about a lot is the 49 of McCall is kind of stuck. He's not really moving forward in this battle as more lap traffic for the 0 of Crenshaw. Oh, and Crenshaw was in the infield for a moment there.
Something going wrong with the 0 car there, Steven.
And he keeps it going. We stay green as they go through the dry sweep down there. Boy, this traffic right here is incredible. Martis trying to make something happen on the outside.
Boy, this looks like something on the 405 freeway about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, man. Bumper to bumper, Klingtoe, Myrick, Bowman, Martis, and Tryford right there, all mixed up. Here comes the 21 now, Josh Cross.
Well, you think about it, the 21 across, the 49 of McCall, they're running 9th and 10th right now. They're much deeper than I thought they would be here at lap 41 as they're behind this big pack of cars. And 18X of Danny Myrick with a lot of orange glow on the left front and a lot of orange in the rearview mirror as well.
The 98 of Brian Bowman now, he works the backside of that 18X of Dan Myrick. And the 11 M of Tyler Palmer. Side by side, once again out of turn number 4. Dan Myrick in the 11P.
And the 51 of Martis. Martis just took the second spot here on lap number 43.
Boy, look at the rotors on that 0 car, Crenshaw now. It's glowing as it comes off turn number 4.
And there's the traffic again. You see Martis got ahead of them. And he's going to put that lap car, the 27 of Quinton, in between them.
Palmer
spins. Oh!
Damn, Myrick in the 21 of Josh Cross out of Manteca, California. Race fans will be right back with more Madera Racing on MAV TV.
Welcome back to Madera Racing on MAV TV. 44 laps in the books. We're going to go to lap 51 for our halfway break. The zero car, Drew Crenshaw, turned on the afterburners and took over the lead, the Nampa, Idaho driver.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting few laps before the break, boy, with all these lap cars in the mix. And Crenshaw, he's going to be able to get away.
And this might be a feast for the 98 of Brian Bowman. He's going to try to capitalize. He goes up into third around Kleintobe, and now he's going for second on Martis.
He's working the outside of Martis, but he got that 21 of the Berg right there in front of him.
Yeah, lap
car, yeah. A lot of lap cars right there in the mix. Brian Bowman on the outside, but Martis on the bottom. He's got that other lap car directly in front of him, that 74, Sproles. Here they go, bumper to bumper down the back straightaway into turn number 3.
Martis got out of there with the second position, held off the last year's winner of Bowman, and held off the 39 of Kleintobe.
Now he works the inside.
Oh, there we go. Brian Bowman to the inside, Brian.
Oh, yeah. Now he's got that 82 of Palmer directly in front of him. He'll get around Palmer, lap car. Bowman now.
Up in a second
spot with Martis in that third spot, and then Klingto in the fourth spot.
And then rounding out your top 5 right now is going to be the 96 of Trafford, but that's not over. The 15 of Fred Visual's coming for him there. Oh, the 5 of Flower, the lap car, really making things difficult on the 98 of Bowman, our second place car.
Yeah, Bowman had to get on the brakes there for a minute going into turn number 1 as he was making a little bit of contact with the 5 car of Flower. He's going to work to the outside now, Steven, and try to get around him on the outside. Oh, Flower kind of up.
He's not really getting any help from the officials either. There was no blue and yellow flag there, and Joe Flowers is racing like it's a race for the win, but this is a lapped car battling with a lead lap car.
Now, Flower seems to keep running in the same lane that Bowman's did. Bowman can't get no ground on that 5 car. That's allowing that
51 of Martis.
Yeah, Martis to kind of close in. Well, Crenshaw's driving away.
Well, we get to interview the top 5, and 5th is going to change hands. Fred Vigil, Fast Freddy, just took the 5th spot right here with 1 to go to the break. As we go checker for the zero car, Drew Crenshaw will lead us into the halfway break, Brian.
Yeah, Crenshaw will lead us into the halfway break as your leader. Then we pick up the 98 of Brian Bowman, the 51 of Jim Martis, the 39 of Gary Klingto, the 51 of Freddie Vigil.
We'll be right back for more Madera Racing on MAV TV, the exciting conclusion of the Olga'S California Dream 100 after this.
Since 1977, Mission Foods has been creating fresh and authentic Mexican food products. Put some Mission in your kitchen, race fans. As we like to say here at the Madera Speedway, support the brands that support our sport. I'm Kenny Shepard here on Madera Racing on MAV TV, and we would like to welcome Mission Foods on board here on the Madera Racing program. Too fast, too tasty. Make sure Mission is the choice you make the next time you're at the store.
Welcome back to Madera Racing on MAV TV as Stephen Blakeslee's caught up with the leader at the half in the zero car from Naples, Idaho of Drew Crenshaw.
Well, what a run through the field there by the zero car of Drew Crenshaw from 16th to the lead for the Idaho driver. Seems like you've got a rocket ship underneath you. What was it like navigating through the field and getting to the lead?
Following the 98 through most of the field was really nice. So once we could finally get around that, it was awesome. So grateful to drivers, great drivers here today. So really, really competitive. So it's pretty awesome.
And, of course, with 50 laps to go, and there's still some strong cars navigating through the field, what kind of changes might you make?
Honestly, there isn't very much to do. So we got what we got. We're going to drive what we got. Just make sure we keep brakes to make it through the rest of the race. So
we've never had a front-wheel drive car win this race. Can you do it?
I'm not going to say yes or no. I usually choke with the last lap to go. I hope that's not a predicament, but hopefully we do good tonight. So.
Well, an impressive drive so far in the lead for Drew Crenshaw in car number 0.
That car was a rocket ship for Drew Crenshaw out of Naples, Idaho. And I believe Stephen Blakesley's caught up with our 2022 champion of the Olga'S California Dream 100, the 98 of Brian Bowman.
All right, down here with Brian Bowman, who's in the 2nd position, our main event winner in last year's Olga'S California Dream 100. Had to start about 14th or so. You made your way to 2nd. Crazy lap traffic there on that last restart, but you're clear of that. Do you have a shot to get the 0 at Crenshaw?
I don't know, maybe. Crenshaw went by pretty quick. Yeah, lap traffic kind of just bottled me up this year. Last year I was able to just kind of smooth through it, but a couple of them lappers were, I don't know if we're not getting the whole Dragoo flag today or something, but I can't really hear on the race receiver, so I don't know if that's my problem, but we'll figure it out. But we got 50 more to go, so let's see what happens.
How much are you enjoying the competition? 45 cars this year. It seems like the game has been raised by everybody.
Oh, definitely. There's a lot of fast cars here. Brad Rhodes, one of them, he broke in the first 50, but you got Freddie Vigil and Drew Crenshaw. He's just cruising out front with that CRX. I'm telling you, one of these days I might have to build a front-wheel drive.
That's what you told us last year, but this rear-wheel drive has been working well. Brian Bowman in 2nd here at Madera.
The Rochester, Washington driver doesn't know if he's got enough to get around that 0 Drew Crenshaw, but he's going to give it everything he's got, and he's enjoying the night. Even though we had a little bit of a rain delay, he's going to give it everything he's got to try to pick him up back-to-back championships for the Olga'S California Dream 100 here at the Madera Speedway, as we've caught up with the driver of the number 51 car, Jim Martis. He's down with Steven.
Well, this is a cool race to find this driver, the 51 of Jim Martis here at Madera Speedway in the Olga'S California Dream 100. There's some great competition here. Having you here kind of raises the game. You're running 3rd right now. How much have you enjoyed this first 50 laps here at Madera Speedway?
I mean, it's been fun. It's a cool event. We've been wanting to come for a while, but kind of feel like we brought a knife to a gunfight. Getting outmotored bad, but we're up to 3rd. I don't know what the rest of the race holds. You never know. So we're just gonna go out there and do our best and see if we can at least finish in the top 3. If not, maybe get these guys late.
Does anything you've done here at Madera before translate when you're driving one of these?
Not really. I mean, you got 140 horsepower, and it's a modified here. We had 600 plus horsepower and grippy tire. So no, not really. Kind of had to relearn it. But I think so far it's been going all right. Maybe we can get maybe late. Some of these guys will come back to us and we can do something.
Well, we'll keep an eye on the 51 car, Jim Martis, here at Madera Speedway.
Big-time driver, Jim Martis, modified driver, participating in his 4th annual Olga'S California Dream. He's really having a great time. He's going to go give it everything he's got for these final 50 laps as Stephen Blakesley's grabbed the driver of the number 39.
Well, Gary Kleintobe here in the 39 car, a driver that has been hard to stop at Redwood Acres Raceway with 6 consecutive wins, but kind of hard to stop tonight, right?
No, I'm just got out front, and then the red came out and boiled my brakes like I did last year. Had to wait for him to come back. I let a couple guys go, but I pulled the hood, and hopefully I get a little more air, and I can get back out there.
It was pretty early in the run there. Your brakes were glowing. You were behind Thompson. He was sparking. What can you do as a driver when that happens?
Oh, I just got to get off it a little sooner. I'm driving it a little too hard. And then I'm too hard on the brakes.
How about this event this year and the competition level?
Oh, this is great. This is the best competition we've had out of all 4 years. This is awesome.
Well, it's great to have this driver here, the Redwood Acres standout, the 39, Gary Kleintobe in 4th.
Like Steven said, he's won multiple races at Redwood Raceway. He's going to try to get everything he's got. He pulled the hood off to get a little bit of coolness underneath the hood to cool them brakes down. He had to pump them to build some pressure back in the system. But, like he said, these final 50 laps, he's going to give everything he's got. As we caught up with the driver of the number 15 car, he comes to us out of Mabel, Idaho. It's Fast Freddie Vigil.
Well, from 19th to 5th for Fast Freddie Vigil, here our fast time qualifier. And, we've seen you running through the field, lots of traffic. You're up to 5th now. Do you have enough left in this car, enough tire left to go for the win?
I believe I do. I've been saving a little bit for this second half, so I'm going to let it all hang out.
You're one of those guys that's been around this event from the beginning. What's it like seeing the way it's grown?
I love the fact that there's 50 cars this time, and I couldn't be more proud of Bob. And thanks to Kenny Shepard for doing this for all of us, because this isn't something that's normal for us, and it's awesome to have the spotlight every once in a while.
Well, and a lot of guys from Idaho are here, too.
Oh, yeah. We have a big following up in Idaho. I mean, that's where Bob's from, so we support the man. We love the man.
We'll see if he can take this car to the top. He's in 5th right now in car 15 for Fast Freddy Vigil.
Fast Freddy Vigil, hold down right there, that 5th spot. Stick around, race fans. We'll be right back with more racing here on MAV TV from Madera Speedway.
Is that your stomach growling? Or the sound of thousands of horsepower circling the track? Fuel up for race day with Mission Foods. Supercharge your taste buds with fast and easy to create recipes that are winner circle delicious. Try some of our mouth-watering tacos to piled high nachos, fresh chips with guac, and more. Start those engines because Mission has you covered from the green flag to the checkered flag. Now that's too fast, too tasty.
Welcome back, race fans, to MAV TV's presentation of the Olga'S California Dream 100 from the fastest 1/3 mile in the West, the Madera Speedway. So it's the 0 Crenshaw, 98 Bowman, 51 Martis, 39 of Klein Tobe, who took the hood off to cool those brakes, and the 15 of Fast Freddy.
There we go, under green. And Bowman wasting no time as he hooks up with the 0 of Crenshaw.
Oh, look at the 15 of Vigil. You'll see him on the right side of your screen here. He's making a move on Martis already.
Oh, we got a little loose out of turn number 4, but he holds on to it. He'll work the inside. He'll get around Martis as he works the inside. Now he's got to get around Flowers, that lap car. He'll move into the 3rd spot.
Yeah, driver out of Melba, Idaho. So right now we go Idaho, Washington, Idaho. 1, 2, 3.
Fast Freddy Vigil.
Man, Vigil, he was fast there. He got around Kleintobe and Martis on the restart, and he is going after the 98 of Bowman.
Yeah, that's what he said in his interview. He's giving it everything he's got. Oh, a little bit of contact on Bowman. Bowman holds on to it as they come out of
he waved at him down the front straightaway.
And he still got by Bowman into turn number 1.
Oh, man.
Bowman right back at it, 2, side by side down the back straightaway.
Shades of Terry McCarl there. He waved at him. As the 98 of Bowman goes back on the 15 of Freddie Vigil, as the 49 of McCall goes to the infield, his race is over. As they're still battling for second, 15 of Vigil, 98 of Bowman.
Yeah, Bowman wasn't very happy with him when they came out of turn number 4. He had his hand out the window waving at him. I don't know if they were setting up a date or what, but man, it's Fast Freddy Vigil now up into that 2nd spot. Brian Bowman in the 3rd spot. Then we pick up the Jim Martis in that 4th spot.
And Jeremy Floor is going to go into the pits as well, the 6th car of the Canadian pulling off. And Vigil just ran the best lap of the main event, and it was 0.2 of a second quicker than Crenshaw's best lap. And the 21 of Vic the Burge, who won our slow dash tonight and came out of the B main. And Fast Freddy just navigating through. You know, he's still got 33 laps to get to Crenshaw, so plenty of time.
Plenty of time to get to that 0 car of Crenshaw.
As now they go by the 6 of Floor, who's come back into the race, the driver from Prince George, British Columbia, Canada. As we almost had 15 on 15 crime there as Vigil came up real close to the 15P of Cody Parento. Of course, our runner-up finisher from last year, and he's down a couple of laps now. Well, 69 in the books, 31 to go for the 0 Crenshaw. The 15 of Vigil, 98 Bowman, 96 Trafford, 51 Martis, 39 Kleintobe, 18X Myrick, 68 Anderson, 5 of Flower, 74 Sproul. That's your top 10. And so what that means, we've only got 8 lead lap cars now, Brian.
Wow, 8 lead lap cars, Lord.
Yeah, started with
a lot of lapping going on.
Yeah, started with 23 cars, and we're down to 8 of them on the lead lap. Best battle on the racetrack, battle for 3rd, as the 96 of Trafford has caught up to the 98 of Bowman. And Bowman, who was kind of saying, man, I wish I had gone to a front-wheel drive car, he's got them all around him. As he's got to deal with the 96 of Trafford right behind him.
Yeah, that's what he talked about in his interview with you, wanting to go to a front-wheel drive car now.
Well, that's what he said when he won last year, too.
He could have built one, had one for this race.
Well, so Brian Bowman, he's had a pretty darn good career in the Olga'S California Dream, your main event winner last year, and he's trying to hang on to a podium this year. He's got a little separation now on that 96, as check that out. Gary Kleintobe, who we interviewed at the break, is being lapped, Brian.
Wow, by the 0 of Crenshaw now. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Car was very competitive early, now losing a lot of ground, being lapped.
Kleintobe was in 3rd, Now he's in 7th and a lap down.
Looks like the 18X of Dan Myrick is going to get lapped 2 by the number 0 of Drew Crenshaw. As he rolls out of turn number 4, here comes Drew Crenshaw on the inside. He'll make the pass down the front straightaway into turn number 1.
That's her 6th place car there, the 18X of Myrick. So now we've only got 5 lead lap cars, Brian. And the lead for Crenshaw has grown a bit. He's really navigated the traffic well. With 24 to go, he's got a 3-second lead, and Crenshaw is stepping up to the challenge. As there's another look at your 3rd place car of Brian Bowman, who's got away from Trafford there. Pretty impressed by Crenshaw stepping up when Vigil got up to 2nd and pulling away from him. As there's a look at Fast Freddy Vigil, your Fast Time qualifier. But you know what it looks like? It looks like he might be killing the brakes as well. Look at the glowing brakes.
Yeah, he was using a lot of brakes earlier, and it's starting to smoke. A lot of red rotors on that 15 of Freddie Vigil.
And I wonder if that's why he slipped away from Crenshaw by about a 10th a lap.
I'm kind of thinking the same thing because it looked like that's what was going on. But Crenshaw's got a red rotor on that 0 car himself, so we'll find out with these final few laps.
He's got that little itty-bitty Honda CRX, that number 0. And Fast Freddy Vigil in the 15 with the Honda Civic and maybe just that little bit extra weight. Oh, wow, it is glowing on the 0. Well, there's one car in the top 5 that I feel like, from what I've seen throughout this main event, isn't really having any mechanical problems of any kind. That's the 98 of Brian Bowman. And so as he runs in 3rd, he's rooting for these 2 guys, Vigil in the 15 and the 0 Crenshaw. Yeah, burn up those brakes. Let me steal this thing with 20 to go. But if you're looking at the lap times, Brian, the last time around, Drew Crenshaw 16.5, Freddie Vigil 17.0. And we'll keep it on it this time by 17.1. Crenshaw is put the keys on the table, and he is checked out as he's got a 5.8 second lead. You're not really seeing the 0 on screen because he's in a whole other racetrack now.
He's in a whole different zip code.
Yeah, he's already made his way to Checkers over there for a burger. But this thing's not over with 14 to go. You can never say it's over with these cars because they're pushing them to the limit.
Yes, they are. With these 14 laps to go, anything can happen. Now we're looking at 13 laps to go. The 0 Crenshaw, Freddie Vigil, Brian Bowman, Don Trufford, Dan Myrick, Gary Klinko, and Mike Anderson, and John Sproles.
Oh, man, the lead has grown to almost 7 seconds now for Drew Crenshaw. And hopefully he's got a crew telling him that because he just does not need to put a wheel wrong here and just bring her home. You know, there's a lot of money on the line, not just for the win, for 2nd and 3rd. So Fast Freddy running in 2nd. He got $250 for the fast time. He'll get $1,500 if he can hang on for 2nd. And Brian Bowman, who won the $2,000 last year, he's looking for a $1,000 3rd place. Those are some pretty good 4-cylinder paydays.
Yes, they are.
What could have been for Ryan McCall there in the 49. Fast timer in Friday practice and just kind of limping around here with 10 to go.
Yep, 10 to go. Freddie Vigil still in tow. Then we pick up that 98 of Brian Bowman and the 96 of Don Trauffer. A lot of sparks coming out that 15 of Freddie Vigil. Got to hold on to these final 9 laps.
You look at this 2021 season of the Olga'S race when Freddie Vigil was the fast time and finished in 2nd. He's probably going to feel a lot of pain that's likely going to happen again. And then you look at Drew Crenshaw. He was 4th in 2021. That's his only top 5 in this race. He's been in all 4 of them. And so this is his opportunity to finally get to the top step of the podium.
And he's only 7 laps away of completing that deal here at the Olga'S California Dream 100, the 4th annual Olga'S California Dream 100.
Through the first 3 runnings of this race, we only had 1 driver with 2 top 5s, and that was the 61 of Barrett Sugden, who's not here tonight. But now we're going to get a couple more drivers with a couple of top 5s in their career, as there was almost a crash behind this battle on our screen, but they kept it together with 5 to go this time by. '98 of Brian Bowman trying to bring home 3rd, Brian.
Yeah, he's holding on to it. Him battling right there with the 18X of Dan Myrick. And you pick up that 0 of Drew Crenshaw as he rolls down the back straightaway. He'll be dropping it into turn number 4.
Keep an eye on this. That 74 of Sproul, that was the car that almost crashed a corner ago. and he's falling off the pace significantly, and he's going to be right in front of the 0 of Crenshaw. I don't know if he's got an issue with the car, but Crenshaw's got to tread lightly here. Here's a couple of cars that are a little bit struggling to get clean laps in. And Crenshaw, he's sticking his nose right in there.
He drops to the bottom. He's going to try to go around and pick the Berg.
Man, the Berg didn't give him a whole bunch of room there whatsoever. And the 0 survived that. Oh no, the 15 of Vigil pulls to the left. Shades of Josh Cross last year. And Vigil did not take it to the infield yet. And so if he stops where he is, we'd have to go yellow with that driver's door exposed. So far, we're green. As they come into turn number 3 is going to be the 0 of Crenshaw, who's awaiting a white flag from Fearless Frank McBee. One more lap around Madera.
White flag is out.
Final trip around the Madera Speedway for the 0 of Drew Crenshaw.
Oh!
Crenshaw goes boom! And did I not predict this, that the 98 of Bowman. Bowman, as he comes by the front straightaway, is in second. Crenshaw is trying to limp it home, Brian. There's a cone on the track. Crenshaw is probably just playing with it, trying to limp it home.
And he
Crenshaw just makes it across the line in the win. Brian Bowman's going to come home in second. And in the third spot is going to be the 96 of Don Trafford.
Trafford, yeah. Wow, what a finish. What a finish, race fans. Race fans, we're going to go to a little bit of a break. We'll be right back with more Madera Racing on MAV TV.
Strengthening communities, providing resources, building awareness, empowering youth in need to overcome adversity and achieve success. This is what the Carlos Vieira Foundation is all about. Through our campaigns Race for Autism, Race to Be Drug-Free, and Race to End the Stigma. Learn more and find out how you can get involved. Visit carlosvierafoundation.org today.
Welcome back to Madera Racing on MAV TV as Stephen Blakeslee's caught up with the winner of the Olga'S Dream 100 here at the Madera Speedway of Drew Crenshaw.
Well, we've got ourselves a first-timer in victory lane when it comes to front-wheel drive in the Olga'S California Dream. For the 0, Drew Crenshaw gets the win.
Thank you.
And what's going through your mind when you go up in smoke there on the final lap?
I hope he's not too close. That was about it, and I can coast the rest of the way. So, woo!
Was there any indication that was on its way?
Oh, lap 98, the whole right front started shaking so bad I couldn't even turn into one. So I was like, let's see what happens.
We got a couple of trophies here, the big one from Madera, and then also this perpetual trophy. You get to add your name to a great list of drivers there. Thomas Stanford, Terry Armstrong, Brian Bowman, bunch of rear-wheel drive guys, and you bring this front-wheel drive car onto that trophy. What does that mean to you?
It means the world. Front-wheel drive, I love it. Everyone always dogs on it, but man, tonight it was good and it was really good. So all cars are pretty equal here. It's awesome how close the field is. So front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive. Next year, bring your car out and have a good time with us, guys. So.
Well, it's awesome to have this guy in victory lane. The 0 car of Drew Crenshaw, 16th to the win at the Olga'S California Dream 100.
The Napa, Idaho driver comes home with the win. He said, race fans or drivers, rear wheel, front wheel, bring them all. Bring them to next year's event here at the Madera Speedway. Is one of the biggest races here in the Western United States for 4-cylinder race cars, as it's put on by Bob Copley and Kenny Shepard here at the Madera Speedway. Steven picks up the driver in the number 98 car out of Rochester, Washington. Our 2022 champion, Brian Bowman, in the number 98 car.
Well, our defending champion of the Olga'S California Dream 100 comes home in second place, the 98 of Brian Bowman. And I don't know if your crew was telling you or if you could see the smoke. What was going through your mind when you saw the 0 car up in smoke way up ahead of you?
Yeah, I really didn't see it. We don't want to run radios. We've never have, so I've got them, but we don't use them. But I just want to thank my crew, every one of them, Josh, Austin, Pat, Sean, Gary. They all just busted their butts. And I need to thank my wife, Kathy, my son, Dylan, and his buddy, Gio, who come down to celebrate this trip with us. And it's just been a blast.
Seems like you guys had a really consistent car. A lot of other teams fell into trouble, but it seemed like your car was pretty consistent from lap 1 to lap 100.
Right. I mean, that's all you can do. We weigh 2,400 pounds, and those front-wheel drive cars, they get that little bit of a break for, 2,200 or something, and that's a big advantage. But, yeah, I just want to thank my sponsors, Alternative Roofing Systems, Rick and Nancy Schmidt, Missy Powered, The Happy Company, Desert Food Mart, Cougar Cafe, Automatic Transmission Specialist, and Kent Kelso, Washington, Northwest Sign Guys, Dalton Christmas Racing, and I got on the other side, I think I got D&D Ranch and the Lester Brothers. The Lester Brothers did a big sponsor for this race. They really threw down some cash, and it was well worth the trip. And then all my Olga sponsors that bought T-shirts and helped out. It's just been a group effort to come down here 2 times in a row.
Yeah, it's a big effort for all these teams to come down here for the Olga'S California Dream. From Rochester, Washington, Brian Bowman comes home in second.
The Rochester, Washington driver coming home second, as last year he did pick up the championship here at the Olga'S California Dream. And then, and he's like he said, these cars are very competitive, whether it's rear wheel, front wheel drive. There's just a couple 100,000 differences in the pounds. But Stephen Blakesley's caught up with the driver who comes to us out of Naples, Idaho, in the 96, Don Trafford.
Well, the Northwest guys ruled the roost tonight. Idaho first, Idaho third. Don Trafford comes home in the third position in a purple 96. You had some great battles tonight with the 51 car, the 98 car. How much fun was tonight here at the Olga'S California Dream?
Man, it would have been a lot more fun if I hadn't lost my alternator as soon as I came out. I never was over 12 volts, so I lost a lot of power with that. But all things said, I had a blast.
What does that say about you and your team that you were this strong with that problem?
It's a strong car. I had a lot, like I said, it's a lot of fun. It's just me and my kid. I do all the wrenching on the car, so got a little fixing to do.
Well, hopefully we'll see you back here next year.
With a better car.
With a better car and a great attitude, of course, the 96 Don Trafford, third place at the California Dream.
Thank you.
Idaho driver coming home in the third spot, Don Trafford. On behalf of Stephen Blakesley, Kitty Shepard, the whole Madera crew, race fans, we hope to see you back here on Madera Racing on MAV TV.